Now, for those who have probably had their eye on that bag for some time, I'd be agitated. I'm not going to even hold you. Like, it's one thing to have a $30, $40 increase on a bag you were eyeing and $100 swing. Hey guys, it's your girl Alyssa, aka Always Alyssa J, and today we're going to be talking about Polene's price increases and whether or not I still think the bags are worth it. So in my previous video about the brand, I talked about my very first purchase, the numero un bag, which I love very much. Still haven't taken her out for a spin yet, but really enjoy this bag. And I purchased the bag back in December of 2022. Now, obviously at the time, I was unaware that a price increase was coming. At this point, you could kind of speculate that every year, brands, especially handbag brands, are going to be having price increases every year. And so I didn't buy this bag out of urgency. I was walking around Soho, saw the store was there. Again, a fairly new store. Their only flagship was in Paris up until, I want to say, just several months ago. And so this bag caught my eye. I picked it up for $430. Now, for those who may not be as familiar with the way that the pricing structure works for Polene, your taxes, your fees, all of that good stuff are baked into the price, which I was really excited to hear when I got to the register. Especially when you're shopping in New York, if you've ever shopped in New York, taxes can be pretty high. Especially when you're buying an item that's several $100s. You can find yourself adding $100, $200, even more dollars added on to the price of your handbag just off of taxes alone. So when I got to the register and found that this was $430 flat, I was ecstatic. Now enter into January, February of 2023, and you hear about a price increase. So many brands. Chanel, Hermes, Saint Laurent, you name it, they've probably had a price increase. And if you know these brands, especially Chanel and Hermes, you know they're already expensive. So having a 10%, 20% price increase is just, it's a lot. I mean, but if you got it like that, it probably doesn't feel like a lot. So when it comes to Polene, their price increase ranged from 10% to 25%. On this particular bag, the numero un, the price went from $430 to $470. Now for me, adding on about, let me do the quick math here. I was a journalism major. Math was not my strongest suit. $40. Adding $40 onto this bag, in my opinion, wasn't too bad. So in the grand scheme of things for this particular bag, we're talking about a 10% price increase. However, other bags like the numero deux that has like that half moon shape, that one went from $360 to $460. Yeah, y'all, that bag, the one that I think you most often see on TikTok, the one that you see a lot of people often buy, that had an $100 price increase. Now, for those who have probably had their eye on that bag for some time, I'd be agitated. I'm not going to even hold you. Like, it's one thing to have a $30, $40 increase on a bag you were eyeing and $100 swing. I don't know. I think certain bags you can really stomach it, but others, that's hard. We're talking 22%, y'all. That's steep. Now, I don't own that bag. I can only speak for the one that I own. I think the price increase on this numero un wasn't bad, right? Look at the size of the bag. Look at the craftsmanship of the bag. This bag comes in so many different colorways, right? This is still under $500 at the end of the day. And again, no taxes or fees baked into the initial price. I'm okay with the price increase on this particular bag. I'm not mad at it at all. I think it's still very much worth it. With that numero deux, $100 is definitely steep. However, that bag is still under $400. You're getting great quality leather. You're getting great craftsmanship. And I'll say when looking at the price increases for some of the other bags, they were similar to the numero un, where the price increase was only like maybe $40, $50, $60. The numero deux was definitely the biggest difference. I will say though that I do think Polene is definitely teetering, because once you go north of $500, now we're in a different bracket, right? I think a lot of people, especially Gen Z, flocked to Polene for a couple of different reasons. One, the simplicity in the styles. A lot of people aren't a fan of a loud luxury, if you will, but also the affordability of it, right? This is a luxury brand that sells these beautiful luxury handbags for an affordable price. And so affordability when it comes to luxury kind of sounds like an oxymoron in a sense, but you were able to go in and buy a bag for less than $350. It was just overall a lot more accessible for people, which is why people flocked to it. But I think in part that's why the price increase did come, and come as steep as it did. The brand saw how popular it was and how many people were buying, not only here in the United States, but probably overseas as well, and said, you know what, let's jack up these prices. People are still going to buy it anyways, which people still are. And so again, do I think even with the price increase that the bags they sell are still worth it? I 100% think so. Again, some of the price increases weren't that steep. The quality is there. The styles are there. I mean, these bags can go with so many different things. I mean, depending on the color you choose, obviously, but even so, I think they primarily sell neutrals, making it workable for so many different outfits that you might want to put together for so many different occasions, whether you're going to work, hanging out with friends, whatever. I think almost all, if not all of these bags are still well under $500. But again, once you go north of that $500 point, I think we're definitely going to need a little bit more from the brand. And it's coming. Let's be clear, it's coming. If they gave a 10 to 25% increase this year, another 10% increase next year is definitely going to put a lot of these bags in the $500 bracket. It all ultimately depends on which direction the brand wants to go in. Do they want to continue to be a bit more accessible and a bit more affordable, or do they want to become more exclusive? Brands change their identity all the time. But as it stands here and now, these bags are still very much good in my book, but I will say, as I said before, there's probably more price increases coming next year. So if you want one, get it now. That's all I'm going to say. If you see a style that you really love, if you're in the Soho area, go to the store. If you're not, order it online. See if you like it. But don't wait too long, because I know it's a lot of people who did and are like, dag, I gotta pay a little extra more for the bag. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Is it still worth it to you? Is it okay? Are we just side-eyeing? Are we not going to even bother anymore? But y'all, that's the end of my video. If you liked what you heard today, if you like discussions around handbags, luxury, fragrance, fashion, all of that good stuff, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!